Welcome back to my channel カレンの英会話チャンネルに Welcome back. So, I'm going to introduce one of my friends. Her name is Lisa. And I asked some questions for her about her. And she answered, of course, in English. I'm going to put subtitle, as always, in Japanese and English. But you can check how much you can understand her English. She spoke kind of like a little bit fast, but you can try your listening skill. So, let's watch it. What's your name?
My name is Lisa.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Austria.
Austria, okay.
Yes. Not Australia, Austria.
Okay, so what language do you speak?
So in Austria we speak German, so German is my first language, and I also speak English and I speak Japanese.
Wow, trilingual. Okay, cool. So how long have you been living in Japan?
I've been living in Japan for 2.5 years.
What do you like about Japan?
I like a lot about Japan. I love Japanese food and I really love Japanese music, so I like going to karaoke a lot.
Great. What kind of food, Japanese food do you like?
I think my favorite Japanese food is sushi. But I also love, for example, I don't know, tempura and I really like tsukemen. Recently I've been eating a lot of tsukemen.
Oh, okay, tsukemen. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, it's kind of rare. Okay. Where have you been in Japan?
In Japan, I haven't really traveled a lot, but I went to Oita, in close to Fukuoka and
Kyushu.
Kumamoto, yeah, Kyushu.
Right.
And I went to Osaka and Kyoto just for sightseeing.
Right.
And I also travel around close to Tokyo a lot. So I've been to Yokohama a lot and also go to Saitama and also Shizuoka.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say you haven't been a lot in Japan, right? So like, when you have a time or money, where do you want to go?
I really want to go to Hokkaido.
Why?
I've been dreaming about eating crab in Hokkaido.
Okay.
And I really like going to onsen, so I want to go to a nice ryokan in Hokkaido and eat crab.
Wow, yes. That's a dream.
Yeah.
Okay. Why can you speak Japanese?
So when I first came to Japan, I went to Japanese language school for 1 year. And I already knew a bit of Japanese because I was studying by myself before I came. And then after 1 year of learning Japanese, I got to a pretty decent level of knowing Japanese.
And now, do you speak Japanese?
Now I speak Japanese, although I work in an international company, so I don't use it for work, but I have Japanese friends and I use it a lot when I just go outside, go to the konbini, talk to staff in stores and stuff like that.
Okay, so tell me about Austria more.
Okay, so Austria is a very small country in the middle of Europe. It's right in between Germany and Italy, and it is a country known for its beautiful nature. There's a lot of mountains, and I come from a very small village in Austria that's close to a city called Salzburg, which is known as the capital of classical music in Austria. So Austria has a lot of connections to classical music with composers like Mozart and all these classical composers that came to Vienna and to Salzburg.
Right. Okay. So do you like classic music?
Yes, I actually really like classical music, and I used to be an opera singer as well when I was still in Austria.
Wow.
So I studied classical music as well.
What is the favorite or popular food in Austria?
Very popular food in Austria is this like meat called schnitzel, which
Schnitzel?
is schnitzel, and it's actually very similar to Japanese katsu, so like pork katsu.
Right.
And it's basically just fried in breadcrumbs, and it is very, very delicious. You should definitely try it.
Okay, so what about drinks?
Drinks, Austria has a very strong beer culture.
Right.
So Austrian people drink a lot of beer, but also a lot of wine, and it's very similar to Germany in that aspect.
So do they make wines too?
Yes, Austria has a lot of wineries as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. What else about Austria? What about the sightseeing place or?
So if you come to Austria for sightseeing, I highly recommend you check out my hometown, Salzburg, because it is the birthplace of Mozart. And if you ever heard of the musical or movie Sound of Music, that's where it all happened, and that's where the whole musical plays. So if you like music, you should definitely go check out Salzburg for all these stops that they go to in Sound of Music.
How long does it take from Tokyo to your hometown?
Okay, so the flight from Tokyo to Austria would be around 11 or 12 hours if you get a direct flight.
Long.
And then you would probably fly to Vienna, and then to my hometown it's another like 3 hour ride.
Two times?
No, you don't have to fly 2 times, but you have to like fly directly to Vienna, and then from Vienna to my hometown it's another 3 hours by train.
Wow, that's so...
It's far.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, how long do you come back? Do you go back?
How often you mean?
Yeah, I mean so, yeah.
So I try to go back home at least once a year.
Once a year, okay.
But this year I'm actually lucky enough to be able to go twice a year. So I'm planning to go back home for Christmas to see my family.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's like in Christmas in Austria? I think it'll be so different.
It's so beautiful. So if you have ever been to a Christmas market here in Japan, because they obviously do them, that's very reminiscent of the Christmas markets that we have back at home. But they're a lot more, obviously they're smaller and they're not as commercial, I suppose.
Right.
But Christmas markets are the best, and you can go skiing and you can go ice skating, and there's just a lot of Christmas lights everywhere.
Does it snow a lot? Does it snow a lot?
So it snows a lot in Austria, but recently, because of climate change, the winter time has been shifted a bit. So now it doesn't really start snowing until like January, February. In December, we haven't really had White Christmas in a long time, unfortunately.
Like January, February. Okay. So like you like music?
Yeah, I love music. That's also why I love going to karaoke here.
Right.
And I think the biggest reason why I wanted to move to Japan was because when I was a teenager, I really fell in love with Japanese music.
Okay. So what kind of like Japanese music do you like?
So recently I really listened to a lot of J-pop. For example, I really like listening to Ado, Yoasobi, Hikaru Utada, all those kind of artists.
So can you sing?
Not now.
Not now, yeah.
Not if you put me on the spot. But I really love singing in Japanese, yeah.
Okay, what about English? What kind of song do you sing when you go to karaoke?
English songs, I usually just sing songs that I can sing together with everyone else. So, for example, when I go with my friends, we always sing Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. This is a very good song.
Everyone can sing, yes, exactly. Okay, cool. So, do you have any comments for like my viewers or Japanese people who study English?
I would love for you guys to get better at English so we can all communicate with each other. And, you know, English is a language that connects the entire world. So keep it up, study English, and Karen is great.
Yay! Thank you.
Welcome back. How was it? I think she spoke a little bit fast, but I think it was really good practice for you guys. So how much could you understand what she said? So she lives in Japan for a long time, about like 2.5 years. And actually, I teach her Japanese. She speaks Japanese really fluently, but she has a lot of dreams and potential to live in Japan more happy. And so she wants to improve herself, of course, and her Japanese as well. So I teach her Japanese. So next time, I'm going to upload a video about our conversation. Like we talked about a lot of topics in English together. So how much can you understand our conversation? So don't miss the next one. And thank you for watching as always. And if you're interested in my lesson, please DM me from X. So don't miss the next one. Thank you for watching as always. じゃあね。Bye.